Alright, guys. So you know I did a review on Gotham, and I gave it a second look, and I actually praised it again. So let's talk about this character here. Why Penguin was the best thing in Gotham. So I know some people told me in the bottom, and I read the comments, and some of them were like, "Well, I'm a DC animated fan," and that's personally fine. You can like that interpretation, but there's other interpretations of certain things you may want to take a look at and see, oh, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Oh, wow, this is pretty good. Smallville is the best version of a Clark Kent we've gotten because we actually get more with Clark Kent. Superman, not so much, but the best version we got. Gotham is a very good show. I'm not going to say it's the best versions we've gotten of these characters, but it is a very good show. But Penguin is the breakout in that show. When I read it, because it's on the list, people are like, "Oh my god, if you watch Gotham, the best thing about Gotham is Penguin." And I always thought it was like, whatever. Guy looks like the character doesn't mean he can act like him. Sure enough, he is the best thing in this show. If Penguin wasn't in an episode, I was bored. And there was a couple episodes where he was, and I was bored. I finished the whole seasons, all the seasons. There was only 5, which is easy. I'll say this about Gotham, and I'll say this about Gotham. 5 seasons are so easy to binge. If you take it day by day or part by part, it's just a regular. I finished it. I think I started last week, and I finished it this past Friday. And I watched them in parts. And I couldn't watch them every day, but I watched them in parts. And I actually enjoyed Gotham, and season 5 was shorter too, so that made it so much better. But Penguin was the best thing. And if you see right here, one of his quotes, just old friends. He always said, "Hello, old friend, old friend, old friend," and he'll say it throughout the whole goddamn show. And it's just getting to the point where he's like, "What the fuck?" But you see why he says this stuff. The actor Robin Lloyd Taylor, I think Lord Taylor, the best thing. He killed it. Colin Farrell, he got some tough shoes to fill. And what I mean by that is a lot of people gonna be like, "No, he don't. His Penguin's better." Let me explain. His Penguin that we got in the Batman is good, no doubt. But if the show doesn't follow it, gives them a lot of development, like this show did, because Gotham, people say Gotham is a Jim Gordon show. I hate to say it's more of a Penguin show than Jim Gordon. That's probably why a lot of people are not doing GC, because they were supposed to be the Batman's doing GCPD type of spin on it. You really can't. Gotham already did that and did it very good. I didn't think it was the best, but they did it very good. But this show here, he killed it. He really did. You eventually see him embodies Penguin. Like towards the end, they start giving him the outfit and the costume, and looking at him like, really, he didn't have to go that route with it. But I understood why, because it was the last season and the last episode. It was leading to Bruce becoming Batman and etc. etc. But before that, I believed him as Penguin. I really did, because the things he would do. And like earlier in the season, I'm not going to say what season, but his mother died. And it was done by a character that was throughout the whole show. He said, "I will get my revenge on you. Whether you don't know it or see, but I will get my revenge on you." And he never does. You're like, okay, I guess they move on as part of the show. You don't see it. And then you're like, you're probably like, well, he's a pussy. You don't just do. We get to the last 2 seasons. That revenge gets in motion, but you don't see it. Like you're saying to yourself, because they always have a common enemy. They always have a common enemy. Like, okay, well, he'll get to it eventually, but it's the last season. He gets to it, all right. So his sidekick, his friend, supposedly friend Butch, he helps him get back to normal, which I didn't. And I'll be honest with you. There's some things I like and some things I didn't like. That shit they did with Solomon Grundy, I did not like that. I rather they never put Solomon Grundy in here. If they would have done that later on, I would have been fine with it. But what they did with Solomon Grundy, I hated it. I thought it was bullshit. I didn't like it. But what happened afterwards made me like, I still don't like him, but I like what you did there. So he finds a way, and Hugo Strange. And let me talk about BD Wong, Mr. Wong playing Hugo Strange. Perfect casting, perfect. I really enjoyed him as Hugo Strange to the point where he had me laughing out loud. Like when he was in season 2, he'd be killing me sometimes. He's like, oh my. I said, yo, you embodied the character. But Hugo doesn't. I can picture Hugo Strange if he was, Asian and ethnicity doing shit like, and it worked. It fucking worked. Especially when he goes back and forth with Fish Mooney. Oh my god, this shit had me cry. But let's get to this. I'm sorry. But we get to this one. He gets his revenge. So he finds Hugo Strange. And Hugo helps Butch to come back to normal. And then Butch is with Tabitha again, the girl who killed Penguin's mother. And then everybody's like, yeah, where everybody's happy. He's like, thanks, Penguin. I will never forget this. He's like, I know. And then Penguin's like, and I'm sorry I had to do this to you, Butch. And he's like, what? And automatically Penguin shoots him right then and there. And then Penguin explained, oh, hey, you think I forgot what you did to me, my mother? I said, yo. And that's when I said it then. I said, now I know why. This character is the breakout character. I know why. Mind you, a character already killed Butch anyway. So it was weird anyway, but I like what they did there. But it did, if you really sit down and you analyze it, Penguin should have done it earlier because some other character beat him to the punch. But the way he did it, the way he went about it, you were like, yo, he's legit. And he got his revenge too on the person who killed his mother too, because I believe the following season he gets his comeuppance on her ass too. And it's just a good out of luck though. So it's really good how they do certain things with it. I like Gotham because it went more in depth with the villains and in the mythos of Gotham, and it was pretty much Gotham. But yeah, I got nothing else to say about this. I mean, he was a breakout character. Like, if he wasn't on, I wasn't watching, and I was bored, and I fell asleep. And I can tell you, Jim Gordon was cool at times to see, but at times he became very invincible, like Batman-ish. That his character got boring after a while. Even Harvey Bullock got boring after a while because eventually Harvey Bullock and them had a good relationship that even I was like, is this getting out of the comics a little bit? But like I said, Penguin stayed his character throughout the whole show, and Penguin was always leading. Always. And it worked. It really did. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you've seen Gotham, did y'all think Penguin was a breakout character in that show?